So that's what Vietnam did for my career. Oh, please throw that away. Yeah, and in fact, if you see it in the video store, hide it in the documentary section, or throw it in the wastebasket or something. No, I only acted that little, the Ripper does Hamlet thing. Yeah. We've all had. Hey, everybody has. Rick Baker has Octoman. You know, I can't speak for these guys, but everybody has something that was just. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay, yeah. You don't know when you're making stuff how horrible it might turn out. Like Children of the Living Dead. I mean, what a piece of shit that is. Yeah, but when you're making it, you think, oh, great, it's ballsy, it's going to be. Oh, God. Thanks. On The Ripper? Yeah. One day, a lot of money in Oklahoma. Yeah. That's it. You mean like, because I don't do effects anymore, I'm just acting and directing, but dust will go on. Look who I got to hang out with. You know. No, that was one of the greatest summers of my life. Next to Night Riders. I mean, Night Riders, you know, we're wearing motorcycles and armor and fencing. But, you know, Clooney was the nicest man I've ever met in my life. Salma Hayek was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. You know, and we got... Oh, yeah. The titty twister. Yeah. My job for 3 days was to watch Salma do that dance on the table. She kept saying, don't look at my ass. Well, we're being paid to look at your ass. Sorry.
For me, it was Titanic. I felt like I was doing like the Ten Commandments or something. It was like so huge, and I knew it was going to be huge. The script was so brilliant, and Cameron, and that was my favorite.
Well, I said Army of Darkness, but I also promised for Dances with Wolves, because it was kind of our first mainstream movie that didn't have monsters in it, that we were doing something realistic, and it turned into such a big movie, and it looked great. It was such a big deal, so it's stepping stone for us.
And those kind of things make up for Dr. Hackenstein and The River, and, you know.
Just one more thing about Titanic. I got to work with Gloria Stewart, who worked with Jack Pierce. He used to do her makeup, and the story she tells me, you know, she's 99 this year.
She was in the old Dark Horse. Yeah.
The Invisible Man. Yes. Yeah, that happens a lot. I've done age makeup on actors that didn't act it good, and that's, you know, if you do somebody like Russell Crowe in the Ron Howard, Beautiful Mind, and you do his old age, and he gets out there, and he's just amazed how well he acts, and Gary Oldman and Dracula and all these things. But then this other film you think's going to be really good, and then you put him in the old age, and they're just kind of, you know, and you're just like, oh, what a waste, all that work. So it happens a lot.
You wouldn't care to mention any names. Gossip mongers like we are, you know. Oh, I don't blame it, because it would be on YouTube in 10 minutes. Yeah.
We're here. If each of you had to pick like your single favorite special effect that you did, what would it be?
Well, again, they're all your children, but it would still have, for me, it would still have to be Fluffy from Creepshow.
As far as makeup, it would probably be live.
And for me, it's the Hannibal makeup.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I use that as an example every time when we're talking about fake heads. I don't care how good you are. Arnold Schwarzenegger's head in the mirror in the Terminator, you could tell that was fake. Poltergeist, I use that as a prime example. It was Spielberg's hands, I think, carrying the bass part. The exception, perhaps, is Kevin Yeager's heads in Sleepy Hollow. Those were awesome. You could stare at those all day, and they looked wonderful. But as a rule, I think, if you look at it longer than 3 seconds, sometimes you can tell it's fake. Except for, again, Kevin Yeager's heads. Yeah.
And Dick Smith, I think, too.
In
Casting with the eyes open, The Exorcist. Those heads were amazing. But the one he did where he cuts the guy's eyes and
you're not talking about Shaun Andalou, right? The old
No. What was that film? Dick did. It was all the freaks in the hotel.
Oh, the Sentinel.
Sentinel. And when he slices and the eye oozes out.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty amazing.
Part of what they worked against that was the arm position and how they kind of came in at a weird angle. It didn't look like it was really him. It looked like somebody didn't know what they were doing, pulling it apart. So.
And you also got to dwell on it for a long time. I always tried to play a part in the films I did effects on. I led to more and more parts, and now it's just parts, But yeah, I thought that, makeup was something that always got my foot in the door, and my name. It's tough. Competition is incredible as an actor, But if you're there on the set and opportunities there, So, yeah, I'd say it is something that I was aiming for.
For me, I always had in the back of my head, I want to direct like everybody does. And then I got to LA and realized what was involved in it. I knew that we learned a lot more, and basically I learned because I was on the set doing something other, and another creative outlet. So anybody who wants to work on a movie and get into business, a lot of guys, I just want to write and I want to direct. Well, you can write and direct, but at the same time find something else to do that gets you on a movie set so you can learn how the process works. And I kind of just got the bug from creating sequences and storyboarding, effect sequences, and kind of as a storyteller, working with directors, and that's what, I try to on my own, create something that creates industrial time, which is, something I wanted to direct. Spent 10 years, going a hole in my head trying to get it off the ground.
You might not know it, but Bob wrote the story of Dusk Till Dawn. Yes, he didn't know.
And I'm simply a makeup artist. That's all I do. I do want to direct. I wouldn't want to try to direct people.
I have one more question for Tom. People seem to get a lot of crap for remakes and stuff like that, but I think that Night of the Living Dead 1990 really, really lived up to, the original. I thought it was just as good. Do you, as a fan, think that it was just as good?
No, I hated it, actually. It was the worst experience of my life. I don't want to go into the nightmare that it was. I couldn't wait for the birds to start chirping at 6 in the morning so I could go home, No more sound takes after that. But you know what? And the reason why is it's only about a third of what I intended to do. Time became a big enemy on that, and usually limitations like not having enough time, not enough people, not enough money, it makes you more creative, So, but I went to a midnight screening of it last year, and I went at 11 o'clock to do a Q&A beforehand, and then I was not going to watch the movie because I haven't liked it, But I did. I sat there and watched it. It was the first time I could watch it objectively, like some stranger, and it's good. The acting is good, the suspense is there. It's just my own feeling about not having gotten to do what I intended to do, But thank you. I think it's interchangeable in the trilogy of Night, Dawn, and Day.
Yeah. Thank you.
My pleasure.